Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Leo. How are you guys? Let's see what's happening. Leo, single Leos in their love life. What's cooking? Oh, you got someone coming in? It's a date. Yeah, it's a person who's curious. They're just exploring this. This is what dating's about, exploring the connection. This is someone here definitely cooperates, compromises. It's all about learning. There's things to learn. If you're compatible, they're curious what you do. Do you want to get together? Yeah, this is someone here learning. You see, they want to learn. They want to spend time with you. They're strategizing and analyzing. This is someone who kind of does things often strict structure. They have a set of rules, possibly. Making sure, spend some time, make sure you're compatible. Yeah, they've thought this through. They're feeling decisive, taking action. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, this is someone a little careful what they believe, a little guarded. They don't just let somebody in right away until they know they're compatible, till you get along. But I feel it's an energy of just going down this path. Yeah, little guard. It's about letting their guard down. This is someone kind of guarded. They're a little skeptical. But like I say, they're taking decisive action. There's definitely a spark and an attraction here, but it's letting down the guard. This is the kind of person, here's what I see. If you tell this person that you love them very quickly, they're going to become very skeptical. Because this is someone who does things by the book. See, playing by the rules. They have some rules that because they trust themselves to make the right choice. So, yeah. Like I say, it starts with curiosity. They've learned some things. There is some compatibility. There definitely is, yeah. Oh, that's Nine of Wands. Pardon me. Because I just pulled out but it's still the same. See, letting someone in. They don't just let someone in easy. They're a little skeptical. But like I say, they're taking decisive action. They're choosing their battles. Yeah, this is someone who's kind of felt like giving up. But they're not going to give up on this. No, it's about letting down their guard, letting someone in. Like I say, it's all about playing by the rules. Yeah, this is someone seeking. So they're seeking, but it is somebody who's cut someone out and possibly walked away. They'll tell you the truth. This person's an open book. They'll just tell you. They just say it like it is. Okay? Yeah. And then we have Three of Wands. Yeah. So it's an energy of someone just kind of waiting. They're just kind of looking at, I feel, what's going to happen here. But I do see a situation coming to fruition. Expanding their horizons. Yeah, they're definitely focused a lot on work. Some of you may have some sort of choice here, but I feel it's just this person here. They're not so sure if they see a future. Like I say, they're analyzing the situation. They do focus on work. They're very structured, very strict. They have schedules, routines, all this. So, yeah. Interesting. But they are seeking something new here. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. What do you need to know? What do you need to know about this person? Yeah, they have a tendency to keep a lot of things to themselves. They're very private. They don't let someone in too easy. They're very careful. But like I say, this is a person, there's definitely a spark and an attraction here. They'll just keep it all to themselves for now. They trust their inner knowing. Yeah. They do want this to go in their favor. They do see you in a favorable light. Absolutely, yeah. See, this person's very goal-oriented. And it's an energy of achieving what they hope to achieve. Okay? So this is someone here definitely takes pride in everything they do. And what they're seeking is someone who also takes pride and they have goals. Yeah. But it's also about providing, too. Yeah, they definitely focus on work. Very goal-oriented. Like, wow. Whether this person's your type or not in the end, I feel time will tell because I see kind of just waiting. Now, this is someone who works a lot. They may keep you waiting at times. But they are looking for someone who's ambitious and has goals, things that they want to achieve. I feel they want to put effort. I feel they've gone within. They want to build here. They want to build on this. But it's just about going down this path together. Yeah, see, if you tell this person, I'm going to tell you, if you tell this person that you love them too soon, they're going to be very guarded. Yeah. So, like I say, but I do see some of you feel like giving up. You've been waiting for someone here. Someone's kept you waiting. So I wouldn't be surprised while you're waiting you have another person. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah. But I do see this King of Swords skeptical or cutting somebody else out who's not compatible, or someone who needs a lot of attention, more attention than they have to give. But I feel the person who's coming in wants to build. They want to build. Yeah, I do see meeting this person through friends or out and about. You may cross paths with this person. You know, I see manifesting each other. There's desire. There's a lot of desire. This is someone who has skills too. They're very capable. Yeah, they know how to manifest money, but you're manifesting each other. But it's telling you, don't be the one to put in all the effort. Because I do see some of you feel like giving up, and then all of a sudden here comes this person. There's desire. They have everything they need to manifest their desire here. Yeah, they see opportunity. They know a good thing. King of Pentacles always knows a good thing when they see it. Now, they are a bit of a procrastinator. They may have choices. They could have a lot of people interested in them, chasing them. But I'm going to tell you, what they see is this someone kind, compassionate, caring. But just like I say, this is someone who's going to be a little guarded. If you fall in love with this person quickly and tell them that you love them or have feelings for them too soon, that sword goes up. They are a skeptical person. Yeah, some of you, there's definitely choices. I do see Sagittarius energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So now these are just energies, but this person here is someone who knows what they want and they go after it. Yeah, so someone who's fast. So you've got someone here who kind of keeps you waiting. So now while you're waiting, it looks like there's other options coming in. But I do see this person quite attractive, charming. They get a lot of attention. But like I say, there's nobody here. I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's anyone here that they're really interested in. This is someone who has walked away from something here. Yeah. Like I say, if you'll know when this person's walking away. Put it that way. But like I say, there's options and opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, you got a person here who's very sincere. They kind of want to take their time. But this is a person who focuses a lot on their finances. They're always looking ahead, planning, preparing ahead. So this is someone going to reach out. I do think you've got someone who's dragging their feet and someone who's moving faster. It all depends what it is you want, what works for you, okay? Yeah, if you are a masculine Leo here, it's about making a move. Yeah, see, someone feeling a little overwhelmed. Some of you got multiple opportunities. You may get a little overwhelmed if you're the feminine, but the masculine's coming on pretty fast, pretty strong, where the other person, it's all about who's sincere. I don't think the other person's not sincere. One of them's slow. They take time. They take time to fall in love too. Where the other person, somebody who falls hard and fast, they come in fast. So it has to do with being on the same page here. Someone's lifestyle, the way they conduct themselves. I do see a Taurus energy. Yeah, some of you, this is just this person going through these motions, but some of you have been there, done that too. See, someone who drags their feet, they keep you waiting. They don't give you any attention. So often this is someone who goes and gets attention elsewhere. See, feeling like giving up, and in comes some. I feel like you got a new person coming in. Yeah, the other person falls. They make a move. They fall in love a lot faster. They know what they want. They know a good thing when they see it. This person does too, but they drag their feet and they're skeptical. So really interesting. There it is, making a decision. Some sort of judgment. See, one person's kind of judgmental here too, but I see this for yourself You are the feminine, even this masculine, out with the old and in with the new. Yeah, see, it's about stability. What you're comfortable with feels like home. It's all about what you're comfortable with. If you want to go slow and you have somebody moving too fast, see, it's all about looking at that here. Feel like that's what it's trying to tell, that the feminine, well, and the masculine. But look at that energy, feeling overwhelmed. Moving too fast. But yeah, like I say, this is all about stability and feels like home. Out with the old, in with the new, definitely. Yeah, I do see a victory. Someone going, aha, seeing the truth. Yeah, this is a win. This is person, see, this is a person, win or lose. They're coming in. And I do see partnering up, spending time. Yeah, it's like someone who's crushing, been longing for love. But I definitely feel out with the old, in with the new. Some of you are leaving someone behind, because I do see this walking away, seeking something new. Yeah. Someone here is definitely going to speak truth, good morals, good values. I feel they wear their heart on their sleeve. They're not afraid of telling you how they feel. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Yeah, see, the devil. There's some kind of obsession. Someone's crazy. There's two people crazy about each other. But I got to tell you, this other person, yeah, this is somebody here. I'm going to tell you that King of Swords energy. Someone here is obsessed with money. They do long for love. But I don't know if this will ever go anywhere with the one person, because they are someone who drags their feet. I do feel they're sincere. They may give you a gift and show you that they like you or that they're interested. But yeah, I feel like you've got a choice here. Yeah, this is the devil energy, you know, obsession. Somebody here, possibly some Capricorn energy as well, like someone who's just focused on work. Yeah, like I say, I feel this is up to the Queen of Cups here, making a decision. If you long for love and a partner, someone who's there when you need them, because I don't think this other person, someone will always keep you waiting, and that's why I feel just giving up. Yeah, but I feel like this, I mean, it's workaholic energy, someone who's kind of greedy. They don't want to give up anything. They don't want to provide. See, this is funny too, because one of these people is very sincere. I think they're both sincere, but one of them's more, see, they don't, someone who just comes in when they want attention. See, they don't really see a future. This is someone who will probably walk away if you want more attention than they want to give. It's a person who's on their own path. So you've got a choice here. Yeah, you've got a choice. Yeah, this is someone who's not taking action, pinned down by their thoughts. So that's why I feel taking a little break yourself here. But I think you're gonna see here that this other person, they're crazy about you, but I don't think there's a future here with this person. No, you know what you want. See, it's about picking someone who's more your type. They move, you communicate the same, you're on the same page, you have similar lifestyles, or you just get each other. Okay, where this other person, I feel like there's an obsession, maybe even you're crazy about them, but like I say, I feel like they're just not your type. And I do see taking a break and thinking about this before you make a decision. Yeah, see, this is someone who'll come rushing in when they want attention, then they get overwhelmed and they run away. So somebody here's a runner, where the other person keeps moving forward. Yeah, interesting. These two people are similar. They do have similarities. I do feel they both work. I do feel they're structured. But one of them is someone who wants to spend time with you. Yeah, one of them is an emperor. Someone who's worked hard getting where they're at. But yeah, like I say, it's an energy of an emperor energy. Someone who's manifested all the energies of the kings. Yeah. Yeah, you've got a person who rushed in, rushed out. They get overwhelmed. And I do feel, that's why I feel it's up to the feminine to make a decision, to judge for yourself here. I do think you're crazy about this person. But I do feel, like I say, they keep you waiting. And while you're waiting, in comes this Emperor. This person also is a bit of a workaholic. So they're looking for someone kind of independent who doesn't need a ton of attention. Someone who has their own goals. They're ambitious. They have things that they want to do too. So you have more in common with one of these people than the other. Yeah. So I do see being confident. See, it's an energy of being confident. The other person's not as confident either. They're skeptical. They're swords up. They're very judgmental too. They look at every little thing. Yeah. The interesting thing is this Emperor here. Tell me about the Emperor. The Emperor, yeah. This is the Tower coming down. This is somebody cutting somebody else out here too. Like something ending, but a shock, a surprise. Yeah. See, there's no comparison. Some of you too, it's yourself comparing one to the other. There's no comparison. So if it's not you, it's the other person. I'm going to tell you what this person's looking for. The Emperor is someone who isn't obsessed with attention, needing a lot of attention. Okay, that's what I feel. And that's the thing, right? That devil energy. This person, even though they're crazy about you, like I say, they're a little bit more balanced. They've mastered these energies. They have self-control and confidence where the other person isn't. But like I say, too, it could be them comparing you to somebody else, somebody who needs a lot of attention. And it's the person, if they don't get what they want, they go get it somewhere else. So it's about faith and loyalty. See, loyal partners. I actually feel as if you don't give this person what they want, they'll go get it from somewhere else. They do get people chasing them. Both of them do, but one of them I feel they're just more your type. You're on the same page. Yeah, it's all about choosing the path here. See, somebody going within, seeking answers, choosing the path. Yeah, this is someone who will likely ghost you, ignore you. See, they're negative. It's somebody who's negative energy. See, and this is, I feel, not just you, but the other person. See, a little bit of comparison, but nothing compares. See, the other person has lack. They're negative. They don't get attention. They're a runner. They come and they go, whatever the situation. But I feel that's for yourself. Yeah. See, putting on the brakes, taking control of the situation. So this is, you got a person who's determined to succeed. They're putting on the brakes from someone else. They're looking at this. And it could even be yourself. Look at that, Leo. See, new. See, there's nothing that compares. See, I feel like you've got creative pursuits, your own ambitions, goals. But it's what the two of you look at is what you can achieve together. So you can go down this path with this person. You just get each other. You're on the same page as far as communicating. Yeah. But it's about faith and loyalty. See, I feel there's someone here who doesn't have faith in themselves. This is the person that I feel doesn't see a future with you. Because they know they don't have faith in themselves to be loyal and to be faithful. So the first sign of problem, they run away. See, they're only here for the fun, the good times. Yeah, they freak out easy. They get overwhelmed. But this other person is just, they've manifested all the energies of the kings here. Yeah, look at this beautiful change. See, moving on. This is yourself too. You and this other person both leaving the past behind. There is a person here who will never change. They have a healthy attachment to their money. They may have been poor when they were young and did without. So, like I say, it's an energy of leaving the past behind and moving forward. It's an energy of just kind of going with the flow. You've got positive change, a whole new chapter here with someone. Yeah, you're going to connect with this person. See, but I do see choices comparing. Now, they could be comparing you or you're comparing them. I wouldn't be surprised with the King and Queen of Cups both doing it. But you're going to couple up with this person. So you just make a better couple. You get each other. You can have a conversation. So you just kind of go with the flow. You're just kind of chill. This other person, I don't know. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. See, no longer interested. I do think this person could try to come back around, but I'm going to tell you they'll back off because you have an emperor. I think this person is deeply insecure and they have a healthy obsession with money, where the other person, yep, they're one similarity. They do focus a lot on work. Bit of a workaholic. So I do see some kind of an agreement, and I do see this person cooperating and compromising. Yeah, I see you taking a leap of faith. Or this person taking a risk. See, there's always a risk, right? You just don't, you never know where something's going to go. But you can see they're invested. See, they're invested in you. The other person's not really invested. They're not interested, I feel, for the right reasons. One of these people's looking at more of what you can provide for them when they want attention, and the other person's looking at somebody who needs more attention than they have time to give. And it's someone who's lost patience with someone. So interesting energy. But yeah, the person you're going to connect with is, yeah, look at, there's nothing that compares. See, someone's stable, very grounded. Yeah, so I feel some of you got a choice here. I mean, you could be just reflecting on a past relationship and comparing, but I'll tell you, if it's them, there's nothing that compares. There's something about the two of you. Maybe it could be that King of Wands energy here. It's very possible. Yeah, but you have to pick the person who's your type, and that's what it's saying. This is a decision, a judgment. Out with the old, in with the new. And I see change. There's going to be structural changes that are necessary, but it's about two people who feel like home. Yeah, justice and harmony. See, someone here is just not right. Yeah, just not right. It's just a person who keeps walking away and then they come back around. They'll never change. They'll ghost you, ignore you, reject you. But a lot of it's their own insecurities and their own issues. So I'm not saying that there's, never would you choose this person. It all depends. But I just feel here, it's about choosing someone here who's your type. When I see this too, everybody has different elements in their chart in different placements. So sometimes you can be a fire sign and connect better with earth signs. And I've seen it because they have the fire somewhere in their chart and you've got the earth somewhere, so you cross match. And that's what I'm seeing. But the biggest thing is love, being emotionally mature and being available. See, I feel like there's someone here who just makes themselves unavailable. They're just not emotionally available. And one of them is. And that's, I feel, the biggest thing. Yeah. So you have a person here who's kind of focused on self. It's all about me. It's a person who's often not ready. Here for the good times, but not the bad times. They're a runner. Where the other person feels confident here about seeing things. Yeah, this other person just wants to be single too. They don't really want to go down that path. They're not into marriage or commitment. Been there, done that. Yeah. Yeah, but the person who comes in right. So it's up to you to decide what it is you want here, because I do see the judgment, the decision. Out with the old, in with the new. But it could be your belief systems, your habits, your type. So I like this, though, because I do see, there is the possibility of a power couple here. Yeah, I see a home, a comfortable home. See, two people who just feel at home. It feels natural because you just get each other regardless. So look at this. This is someone who sees the bigger picture too. Seeing the bigger picture, happy home, happy life. Two people putting all their cups on the table. Yeah. And then you got this person. Yeah. See, it's all about laying the foundation. I feel like you've got this person who really wants to come in, but they don't really, it's like they want this. They're obsessed. It's like they don't want to let you go because it's like the one that got away kind of energy. But yet when it comes right down to it, I still feel this is someone who just keeps playing the field. They like attention. See, they like the attention. They like the chase. Where somebody else here is kind of done with that energy. They're ready because it's an emperor. The emperor's done with the chase. So it's an energy of choosing the one, choosing the right person. Yeah. Like I say, I'm going to tell you here, it's not necessarily going to be another fire sign. For some of you, you're going to pick the earth sign because you have that in your chart. Others of you have, there's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. So I think that's where this is the coupling up, being emotionally available and mature. Yeah, I see a reason to celebrate, somebody laying the foundation here. Let me take a look. There we are. Let me take a look at the Four of Wands. Yeah, taming the beast. So this is self-control and confidence. See, one of these people is confident. They know what they want. They're not afraid of going for it. They move at a decent pace. There's momentum. They stay in communication. They like to talk. You get each other. It feels like home. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've got two people here. I do see Taurus and Capricorn, someone with two people with those energies in their chart. Now, it could be you have that energy and they have it, and they could be a fire sign. So like I say, your choice. But it's a person who's confident and who has self-control. They've tamed that beast within themselves. Everyone has the responsibility of taming the beast. But one thing I can tell you, with the Queen of Cups, stop feeding someone's ego. Stop putting in effort and giving to them. Okay? Don't feed the beast. I think there's going to be a real massive epiphany, an aha moment here. And I do think you're going to be shocked and surprised at this other person. But yeah, this is the Tower coming down. This is where I feel like, thank you, but no thank you. Yeah, there it is, the person on their own path. You just got a person who's just on their own path. They're on their own path. And they are looking for clues and answers. So there's somebody with some Virgo energy here too. I see that's actually here twice. So yeah. But like I say, it's all about what you have going on in your chart. If it feels like home and you can just be yourself, right? Doesn't matter what sign it is. Yeah, this is someone who knows too. See, focused on self, it's all about me. This is someone who's not going to be very generous with their time and energy. They have an unhealthy attachment to money. Here for the good times, not the bad times. Yeah, see, this is when it's time to move on. And I feel some of you have dealt with this, and it's changed you forever too. But this is someone who often tries to come back around, because there is feelings, there's emotions, they want it. But like I say, they're just still playing the field. They focused on self. Everything's about them. There you go. Emotional fulfillment, being content, two people content, making each other happy. So we got two people who build each other up, where you've got this person with the Tower judgmental. It's like in their head, this is what a person does. And I almost miss this. In their head, they pin down by their thoughts. They're tearing the other person down in their thoughts, judging them. You see, this is what they do. So they ruin it. They're basically tearing down in their mind anything, any possibility of this being something long-term or committed of any kind. Yeah. See, two people going their separate ways. This is someone just on their own path. They're on their own journey. It's where you set this person free. They have to go do what they got to do. But yeah, I see the parting of ways, definitely. It's something I feel that's already happened. But I do think you got an Emperor coming in. See, like I say, that person who's more your type, they're compatible. You get along. You just get each other. You're just going down this path together. Neither one of you are afraid of taking a leap of faith. It may go somewhere and it may not, but you're not afraid of taking a risk. This person's a runner. They don't even want to take the risk, but they're just somebody who just... Like I say, they just want to be single. Yeah. Interesting. Definitely the parting of ways. See, and then we have that Ace of Wands under there. See, waiting for the one, something that's been worth waiting for. See, someone focused on their house, their home, their money, and really, really focused, ambitious, because they're achieving. And that's the Emperor too, achieving their goals. I think this Emperor had someone chasing after them too. Someone who's younger, talks a lot about themselves. They look for attention. And I do feel they're cutting them out. Yeah. Wow. But I feel like you're just much more compatible with this other person. See, the Emperor and the Empress. See, you just get along. You're compatible. It feels like home. And they will build this foundation on friendship. See, both of you aren't afraid of taking a leap of faith. Not afraid of taking risks together, but you're going to do it together. You're both leaving the past behind here. Interesting. Yeah, I really like this reading. It's kind of similar to Aries. It's a very similar energy. It plays out a little different. But yeah, I feel Leo, masculine or feminine, regardless here. Waiting for the right person. See, just being patient. Something's about to pay off. It's coming to fruition where it's enough of this person. It's out with the old, in with the new. It's time to go down this beautiful path together. Yeah, you've manifested. You mirror. You both there's desire. You both have everything you need to build, to come together. Because I feel like what you have is a person who just doesn't want to put in the effort. And I do think this is someone, if you pressure them a little bit, they can be cruel. Yeah, so... But it's just a person with deep insecurities, very deep insecurities. It's someone who has to go on that journey on their own. They need to learn to leave this behind, but a very, very judgmental person. Like I say, it's more in their head. They tear the other person down. They spend so much time thinking about tearing the other person down that they don't think about all the beautiful things in the connection. It's just, they're just very judgmental. So very interesting energy. Yeah, manifesting. See, you both, there's desire. Yeah, see, desire for a partnership, something long term. But see, it feels safe. It feels like home. I have my back, or you have each other's backs. You look out for each other through thick and thin. Yeah, a couple of fire signs. But like I say, your person may not be a fire sign. They could be an earth sign, or the feminine could be an earth sign for the masculine. But you have all the right elements. See, mastering all the elements. It doesn't matter what sign you are when you master the elements. And that's part of it too. One more on that Three of Pentacles up there. Yeah. See, crushing, longing, waiting for the one. Two people who long for love and waiting for the right person. And it's where people feel like giving up, Well, it's time to look elsewhere now. So you've got a date coming in. You've got someone who wants to date you. And they do things in a little more traditional manner. I feel like this is someone on their own path. They don't do things in a traditional manner. They do what they want. If the other person doesn't like it, it's kind of like their way or the highway. They just stop talking. They just stop connecting. They just run away. And they go get attention somewhere else. Yeah. But see, the person that you want to date, they want a partner. They want someone stable. The other person does too, but like I say, they don't have faith in themselves to be faithful. That's the problem. They have some deep insecurities. Something that I think they focus a lot on money, like so much it's unhealthy. It's like an unhealthy attachment. So end of cycle, end of story, pushing the stop button. So there you go. Interesting read there, Leo. Well, pretty heavy stuff, but I hope it's not too confusing as far as the signs and the energies, but it's just telling you to choose the person that you feel at home with, where you feel safe. You know they have your back, and they know that you have their back. It's something that's been worth waiting for. See, while you're waiting, some of you are dealing with this healing, and this is what you're leaving behind here. So this may not be somebody actually coming around, but some of you might be thinking, oh my gosh, as soon as someone comes in, this other person might come back around. And it does happen that way. But yeah, I feel like it's just a situation's coming to the fruition. The cycle's over. This is where you're headed. So take care. Bye for now.